I wanted to go ahead and quickly review summary variables since they're used a lot within product and price rules. So definition of summary variables is that they calculate aggregations of products on quotes for use in features like product rules, price rules, validation rules, and dynamic quote terms. They're kind of like roll-up summary fields, only you don't have to store their values in a field. We're going to navigate to our summary variable by starting out on the All Tabs page. And then we'll go ahead and click the Summary Variables link at the bottom of the page. Click the New button to create a summary variable. The first field is where you enter your variable name. You have your target object. This is where you choose the object to aggregate. You have your quote line, product option, asset, and subscription. Here we have our aggregate function. This allows you to choose the method you use for your calculations. So here you can select from count, sum, average, min, and max. You select your aggregate field when calculating values. So for most summary variables, you'll be calculating the quantity of a value. Right now we'll move on to our filtering information section. Here we have our filter field. This allows you to choose the field to use when filtering line items for inclusion in the summary variable. Here you can see we can select between the product code and product family. You can always add more to this filter field pick list. Here we have our filter value. This is where you enter the value to match in the filter. This is where you select your operator for your filter. We have equals, not equals, less than, lesser equals, greater than, greater equals, starts, ends with, or contains. This is where you select a constraint field. If you want to limit the records further based on a quote field, you select the field you want to match against the same field on the quote. This assumes you have added the API name on the quote field to the list of values in the constraint field definition on the summary variable object. So right now the values we have added are type and status. Now let's go into the composite information section. Our composite operator allows us to choose how we will combine the summary variables. So here we can select from add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Our variable element is where we enter or look up another summary variable if your condition is based on both results. As you can see, I already have some existing summary variables that I can associate our new summary variable with. We're not going to do anything right now, so we're just going to click out of this. And lastly, we have our value element. This is where you would enter a static value to be combined with the summary variable. This is the end of the configuration section. Go ahead and move on to the pricing concepts section.